foundations. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott. Took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, Bubba. One in the hand.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon finding some room at midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Lucky 56.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down. Willis. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw. Willis flushed out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Detroit! Leopard! On first down, Willis. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Willis. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw again. Forced out, and the ball is knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Back to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
He's got the first down and more past the 40. A big third down play there for the Bengals. 48 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. It's Mixon on the counter. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And out come the Chiefs now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now it's Hunt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Lucky 56. Over.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, and pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead, he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
On the run, this is Hunt. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now let's go! 319! Gone!
Looking to throw. Willis steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No, Jack, Patriot!
Operating from the gun. Willis flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get this. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 54 yards. They'll run it here with Hunt. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And he puts it through. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Throwing on first down. Willis. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Willis escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll drop the throw. Robinson's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a give to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go. Green, 39.
To throw again. Willis eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Willis being chased out left. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
When you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, taking off and throw it over your head.
This is taken around the 12. Dancing away at the 35. And now running right through it. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Able to get away. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Willis. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. To throw on 3rd down. Willis. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game. We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On 1st and 10, Willis. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Willis. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Gone.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Willis escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. 54 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure,